What's going on, guys? I got another email from a member of the Legion, and this is going to be a pretty good one. I was actually going to sit on this one for a little while because I really wanted to think about how I wanted to come at this. I wanted to come at it right, but I'm not going to hold out on y'all. And I think the sooner we get this message out, the better. So this email comes from someone named Tay. And by the way, if you want to send an email to me for me to answer a question, the email is linked in the description, but it's just divineXunbound@gmail.com, same as my YouTube handle. But let's just go ahead and get into my man Tay's email. So Tay wrote, I appreciate you doing this. I ain't really got nobody I can talk to who don't just say take her to court like that's some quick fix or something. So I'm hoping you can give me some real advice. I've got 2 baby mamas. My first one, we cool. She mature about stuff and we co-parent like grown people. I get my son on weekends. We communicate fine, no drama. But my second baby mama, and I got 2 kids with her, and it's like she's purposely making everything harder than it gotta be. I try to see my kids and she be switching up plans at the last minute or saying they're not feeling good every other time. I pay child support and I send extra when I can. Bought both of my kids tablets last Christmas, helped her with rent when her car broke down. I do everything a father's supposed to do and she still acts like I'm this deadbeat that she has to fight with. She tells me if I don't talk to her or if you don't talk to me, you can't talk to them. Whoa. So now it feels like I got to play nice with her just to even be a father. That doesn't feel right. And I don't even want her back. That ship has sailed, but I feel like she's mad I moved on and now she's using the kids to punish me. Like if I don't entertain her emotional games, I get punished. But I love my kids too much to back off. I'm tired. I don't want to argue. I don't want to bash her, but I also feel like I'm losing myself trying to stay peaceful with someone who doesn't want peace. So how do I show up for my kids without getting pulled into her chaos? Because right now I feel like I'm either a bad dad or a doormat, and I'm trying to do the right thing. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So you see why I was going to sit on that for a little bit, because there's a lot to unpack in this. But before we even go into it, what's going on, Limitless Legion? Or if you're new to my channel, welcome to the channel. So this channel is for the ones who know they're built for more, the ones who don't run from pressure, they grow through it. So with that being said, if you want to join the Limitless Legion, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a like, because it lets the algorithm know we are building something real over here. So first and foremost, I just want to be clear. This video is not just going to be for Tay. This is really for, I'm going to be honest. I more so want to focus on any man who still has time to make a better decision before getting caught up in the same situation. That's more so my focus. Now, I'm going to address you, Tay, but I mean, you're in a predicament, my brother. So we can just do what we can, but I really want to focus on the people who still have yet to be put in this situation. All right? Because here's first what I want you guys to think about. Let's say you're paying your child support for 17 years. You're doing the right thing. Paying on time. You showing up. You spending time with your kids. You're present. Right? You could sacrifice, bite your tongue, play the game, and still not be done. What do I mean by this? Did you guys know that some states now are passing laws that extend child support through college? So we're talking 4 more years till 22. So imagine this. Let's say you've been paying your child support for 17 years. Let's say the child is 17 and a half. So you got 6 months to go to your freedom. Let's say you decide to buy a house because you know you only got 6 more months and then you're about to have some more discretionary income. So you make plans, boom. And you think, okay, I can finally start to breathe and start to build again. And let's say you got caught up in this law change, right at 17 and a half years. And now all of a sudden, you got to do those extra 4 years just because that 6 months didn't elapse yet. So now you walk into court and you talk about, but your honor, I'm almost done. I just bought this house, but y'all just changed the law on me. What you think they're going to say to you? Do you think that they're going to say, okay, well, we'll make this exception for you? Or do you think nobody's going to care? The latter. Nobody's going to care about what decisions you just made. The laws have changed. And by the way, they can change laws however they see fit and at any point that they choose. So anytime you tie yourself up, and when I say tie yourself up, when you enthrall yourself with another person and you give away some of your power, you put yourself at that bay of just not knowing what's going to change, what's going to happen, what factors are going to evolve in this world. And nobody's going to care. You're just going to have to keep paying. Okay? So I want to make that clear first. Don't think that the laws today will be the laws tomorrow. So you better be very careful when you make a decision that takes power out of your hands. Now let's talk about Tay's situation. Because honestly, a lot of men are in this situation. I've seen it, especially in the black community, right? It's pretty common. So you want to be in your kid's life. You're showing up. You're trying. You're not perfect, but your heart's in it. I can tell. And it seems like, based off what you told me, she knows that. And instead of supporting that, it seems like she's using that. So now you can't just focus on parenting. Now you're also having to negotiate. And now it seems like visitation is getting weaponized, right? You're walking on eggshells just to be a father. It's basically emotional blackmail. It's no longer co-parenting. And it's backed by legal muscle, which makes it much more deadly. So you're in it. There's nothing we can do. That's why I want to focus more on the people who aren't in it. But I'm still going to give you some practical advice, Tay, because you're in it now. So you just have to stay sharp, right? If you're already in this situation, the bottom line, for one, you need to not argue. Just document, man. That's all you can do. If you have a missed visit, a canceled pickup, just all you can do is write it down and document. All right, and just build a case to help you. And also, it seems like you're looking for a bit of validation here. And you all are no longer entangled. So she's not your audience anymore. So all you have to do is move for your children and for your future. And you don't have to try to move for her approval. Okay? So just keep trying and make sure you're documenting and keeping proof that you are trying. And, you just hope that one day when your kids are old enough to seek the truth, just make sure, you've been kind of showing that you have been documented to try to be there for them. And you just got to be, you just can't let it shake you. You just keep focusing on your mission. But let me talk about this. Let's move past that. Because this is what I really want to talk about. Bad. Real bad. Here's what I never understood, guys. Let me switch gears for a second. Because this is the part that frustrates me the most. I never understood how so many men put themselves in these positions. It literally never made sense to me. Bro, you tied your money, you tied your peace, and you tied your entire future to a woman that wasn't vetted and you weren't really sure about. You handed over that legal control of your child to somebody that you were just vibing with in the moment. And you didn't give me all the context, but this is the typical situation that happens. Come on, man. When you do something that permanent, you better be damn sure of what you're doing. And I get it. I know how powerful pleasure is. And I know how normalized it is in our community. But Tay, that don't make it right. And that don't make it smart. Because we've normalized dysfunction. And we've normalized glorified recklessness. My brother, having multiple baby mamas, that ain't a badge of honor. That's going to be a blueprint of burnout. And here's what I really don't get. Why can't you just still have your pleasure, do what you do, but also protect yourself in the process? Why has it got to be raw and reckless every time? You just letting it fly. Like you trying to get her pregnant. And a lot of dudes do this. Because here's the truth. Some of y'all are purposely trying to plant your seed and trying to lock the woman in. Especially if she's fine. Y'all do that on purpose. It's like a territorial thing. I know it is. And eventually, what you don't even realize, you thought that just locked her in, but the joke's going to be on you. Because you gave away all your power. Because here's the key, my brother. In this societal structure that we live in, as soon as you do that, you have no more bargaining trips. You just gave away all the leverage. You just gave the courts a say-so into your personal affairs, into your personal life, into your bank account. You gave the state access to your income for the next 2 decades. And let me also break this down for the men who think they're in a good position. Let's say you got a good job. Let's say you make 6 figures. It don't even matter if it's 7 figures. Guess what? They waiting on you. Because child support is not a flat fee. It's a percentage. So you make $300K a year. They hit you for 20%. That's $60K every year. And your $300K is going to get taxed, but that child support ain't going to get taxed. They want all $60K. But if you make $300K, you might only bring home $200. That's not child support. That's a lifestyle tax. So because it's a percentage, what's the worst part? You have to keep working. So you're not just losing money, you're losing freedom. Because they're taking a percentage, not a flat fee. It's one thing if you make $1 million and they take away $20,000 a year, you can just pay that outright. But they're taking away a percentage, so you have to keep working. And it's not funny. But I'm trying to get you guys to understand, you're not going to be able to take a year off. You're not maybe going to be able to pivot careers. You're going to be stuck in the system. You didn't sign up for a payment. You signed up for a percentage of your entire life. And young guys, this is where I really need you to hear me. You guys will build discipline in the gym. Maybe some of y'all will build discipline around your money. But the moment now you get in front of a fine woman, all that structure just suddenly disappears. Discipline is nothing if it disappears whenever it's the hardest to use. Did y'all hear me? Discipline means nothing if it's going to disappear whenever you're truly tested in the hard moments. You got to be intentional with your seed, man. Your body ain't just a body in today's society. It's a contract. And that contract is going to be a doorway into your legacy, into your peace, and into your future. And what you do with it has consequences that you can't undo. So Jay, back to Jay. You said you feel like you have to choose, right? You have to choose between your pride and your fatherhood. Understand this. It's not about ego. You just have to be consistent. You don't need to try to prove anything to her. You don't have to try to fight everything that's injustice, that's unfair. All you got to do, the practical for you, you just need to stay calm, document, and stay present in your child's life in any way that the system will allow you to. And just let the time reveal the truth, and just hope that your child will understand over time if you're not able to build as good of a relationship as you would like. But to the Legion, to every man watching this, before you start chasing pleasure, you better ask yourself, am I prepared for the price tag that's going to come with this decision? We need to be critical thinkers here. Love does not protect you. Chemistry does not protect you. Infatuation does not hold up in court, guys. This world is not set up for men who move carelessly. It's set up to run you through the ringer. You don't get grace. All you get is responsibility, with or without support, with or without understanding. So you better move like a man with something to lose. And you better move like a man who knows what's at stake when you're making these decisions, these split-second decisions. So guys, if that message hit home, drop a comment, leave a like. I definitely need the like. That's got to be automatic. And if you want to treat your boys, you want to leave a tip, the Cash App's in the description. If you want to buy me an iced coffee with vanilla or lavender syrup, 8 pumps, not 7. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'll say it one more time. Leave a like. That's all I need. But I appreciate you guys for support, and I'll catch you in the next video.